Our coastal communities are preparing for the water to rise to all-time record highs tomorrow.
Saturday's storm is expected to bring storm surge along with storm tide. But what's the difference? News Center Maine meteorologist Jason Nappy breaks it down for us.
Let's take a look at storm tide. That's the combination of a storm surge and the predicted tide, and a little bit of the anomaly there with the king tide in between. But basically looking at two things here: surge and tide. And there's that little park bench if you're thinking about where you're sitting watching that water come in. That's how you get that storm tide. Here's the surge versus tide explanation. Surge is an abnormal rise of water that's generated by a storm, the one coming tomorrow, over and above the predicted tide. And then the storm tide is the total observed seawater level during the storm. So you're combining the tide with the surge, and that results in that combination, which is why you're going to have this weekend those numbers being up all-time kind of record highs. Forgive the palm trees. I know this is Maine, but this gives you an idea of the surge here, which the normal sea level, and then above that you have the surge coming in, which can be 3, can be 6. Now, this would be more like a hurricane. We're not going to see surge up around 6 or 12 feet. The surge is going to be around 2 to 3 feet. But here is the tide look at things here, not the surge. It's the tide, 14.3, which would be an all-time record in Portland, which would break the record from the blizzard of 78 set back in February of 78. So to give you an idea in Portland, let's head up the coast a bit. In Eastport, 24.8, and Bar Harbor has come down just a little bit. So it gives you an idea here with the tides and a little bit of surge where that kind of infrastructure problem you're going to have with damage along the coastline as we get to Saturday, but also the flooding situation and the rocks and the roads getting definitely messed up a bit too. So a dangerous situation along the coastline. We'll have more details coming up in the next several hours.